What's going on, everybody? GemMint here, back again with another sample statue review from Legendary Beast XM Studios. Yesterday I showed you guys the Magneto 1/3 scale, and today we have Cyclops. As you can see, I got a ton of pieces on the table. We're going to go ahead and look at them close up. We'll do an assembly, and at the end of the video I'll show you what Cyclops looks like paired next to Magneto. Let's jump into it. Alright, so the concept here is that Cyclops is standing on Mr. Sinister's laboratory or pieces of his laboratory. So you have these monitoring screens that have these decals on them, making them look like cracked glass. The weathering looks great here as well. You even have the wires on the bottom. Mr. Sinister was working with some of the brood, so we have one of the alien heads here. Amazing glossiness to the paint job. You have the sharp teeth with green slime on it. That purplish pinkish tongue with the red eyes. Gruesome. Here we have some more pieces of the brood, same shininess and sliminess. Looks great, man. The paint applications look amazing on the alien. Real quick, here's the big body of the brood. Sculpting looks great, man. And then combined with those paint applications, I can't wait to assemble the brood. The same type of shininess on its insect-like wing. You can see the broken glass, translucent resin used there. I like the different colors of paint here, from that steel look to the bronze screws. Cyclops has two torsos. They are very similar. It just gives it a different look. So here's the first torso. Similar to XM's quarter scale, you have modern textures and designs on the costume here. This looks like the one where his hand will point up against his visor. Of course, the secondary torso where he's looking up and screaming. I like how that big chunk is taken out for the portraits. And speaking of the portraits, here's the first of three. This one, he's kind of gritting his teeth. He's got the gold visor, more modern updates. You can see part of his shoulder strap here. And all the visors do light up. So let's go ahead and boom. So that's a really cool effect. And if you guys order this piece, just know these are the batteries you're going to need. These small circular, 3 of them per portrait. And the next 2 portraits look the same. It's just one's for the screaming upward torso and the other one is for looking forward. So 2 rage mode portraits. The skin tone looks great, just like Magneto. Same with the smaller details, like you can see on his forehead there. The gums and the teeth look way better on this portrait. I do think that on the first portrait that I looked at, it didn't look as clean as Magneto's. It still looks good. It's just, man, they set the bar high with that Magneto. And lastly, it looks like each torso will share the shoulder strap. It looks good, man. You have that red X logo, the gold look for the trim, and then the yellow strap with great texturing and stitching there. And everything else are pretty much base elements. Let's take a look at the base as we assemble it. Alright, so here we go, Mr. Sinister's base. We're going to start by putting the pieces of glass on the top here. And I kind of did this assembly all backwards, but you'll get the point. So see, I had to replace that piece, put the smaller and all of these arms around the base here. And then all these other little clamps and base elements. So this is one of the arms that will have the TV screens, and then the other one on the other side. I like the sliminess and the griminess of Sinister's base, man. It looks awesome. Gonna put this tube here. We're gonna put down Cyclops legs. I forgot to show those up close. And then we're gonna put the brood on next, which is a mistake. You definitely want to put the brood in here first, and not even the body part. You want to put the legs first, then the body, then you can do the wings, head, and tails. I kind of did it a little bit backwards, but you get the point. And let's just take it for a quick spin. Now that we can see Cyclops' bottom half, it's got those yellow boots on that gray, slimy Mr. Sinister base, the alien brood on top in the middle. Very, very cool. All right, so torso number 1, we're going to go ahead and go with his right hand on visor look. Put that portrait in there. Then we'll get the strap on him and turn on the lights. And then let's get that right hand. Alright, so let's take this for a quick spin just to get all the angles here. Everything looks great, man, from the texturing to the muscle definition, the paint applications, the weatherness and dirtiness of the yellow parts of the costume. And then a look at Cyclops in full. Very impressive size of this 1/3 scale piece. Yet it has a pretty decent sized footprint. So we had with the regular face just kind of baring his teeth, and now with his rage portrait, he's screaming as he's letting his optic blast out. And then let's switch on to the other torso, which it doesn't look as upright as I remember seeing it. he definitely is leaning more upward than he is forward, and I think it really makes for a great low to mid-height placement if you're displaying him. So he's got that looking up look. You wouldn't really want to place him up high if you chose this option. Alright guys, before I get in frame next to this huge statue, I want to thank That Spider-Man Booth for sponsoring this video. Make sure that you're following them on Whatnot. First of all, they're doing daily streams, but on Wednesday the 26th, starting at 8 p.m. Pacific and running pretty much all day, they're having their huge 125 show celebration with crazy giveaway prizes: Hulk 181, ASM 129, ASM 300, Batman Adventures 12, and more. Alright guys, and there we go, Cyclops 1/3 scale from Legendary Beasts in collaboration with XM Studios. It's really impressive, man. The thing with these 1/3 scale Marvel pieces is that you're not used to seeing them in 1/3 scale. It's so much different than just thinking, oh, it's another Cyclops statue. The presence is amazing on this guy. Let's take the dimensions as far as the height and the width, and then we'll talk about the price. So he stands just about 26 inches tall, and the diameter of the base looks like it's pretty much 14, maybe 14.5 inches all around. Edition size of $799, retailed about $1,450. Now this one is still available for pre-order if you're in licensed areas, and I couldn't really figure it out online whether the early bird bonus came with that secondary torso. It doesn't look like there was two versions, maybe just an early bird. I don't know. If you're within the licensed region and you're looking to pick this one up, you might want to investigate that a little bit more. Personally, I do like the looking up portrait a lot more than, but both torsos are good, maybe depending on your display how you'd want to put them. I think he has a lot of presence. It's a huge Cyclops piece. If you're collecting 1/3 scale figures, or if you're collecting X-Men, definitely something to consider. Like I promised earlier, let's go ahead and bring that big boy Magneto back out here and see how they pair up together. And here we go, guys, as promised, Magneto next to Cyclops, 1/3 scale. What a beautiful start to their X-Men line. Two amazing pieces. Let me know what you think about them in the comments down below, and I'm going to leave you with these guys in all their glory. Stay minty fresh, y'all. Peace.